All right, I have to admit, I've come late to the party, the Amy Schumer party. And I mean late to the party is that I've never seen her stand up. I've never seen her show on Comedy Central, which just got a couple Emmy nominations this week. I've heard so many people talk about her, and I don't know. I just didn't see her. And I did catch her on the MTV Movie Awards this year. I didn't think she was funny. I think it was the material and not her. And she's been declared the it girl by Entertainment Weekly. She's on the cover of Glamour, and she's on the cover of every magazine. Did you see what she did on the front of GQ and with the Star Wars characters? You know, C-3PO's got his finger in her mouth, and she has a lightsaber in her mouth, and she's in bed with C-3PO and R2-D2. You know, Disney and Lucasfilm really didn't appreciate that, but I think she has a great sense of humor to do something like that. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is I'm here to talk about Trainwreck. And Amy Schumer wrote this movie and stars in it, and she is going to just be a superstar after this film. And I am drank from the Kool-Aid. I am an Amy Schumer fan now. And I feel bad that I haven't, I'm going to go back and watch everything she's ever done, because I think she is just, there's a void in female comedy. I mean, we have Elisa Lampanelli, and we have, I grew up with really famous Phyllis Diller and Joan Rivers, but you know, to be a comedian and be a woman is really difficult. And to be a woman comedian and being funny. And we know Ramslan Barr, we have, you know, some that really have, you know, cleared the path for Amy Schumer. But Amy, not only is she just adult-oriented, meaning she is filthy, but she draws upon her own experiences. So let's take Trainwreck now. So Trainwreck, she wrote the screenplay, and the movie is about a woman who's been taught since she was a child that monogamy doesn't work. So she has lived her life by sleeping with every guy she can find. She won't stay over. You know, she'll have sex with him, and then she can't sleep there. She has to leave. She drinks like a fish. She has jealous of her sister who's chosen to be married and have, you know, children, you know, and she's jealous of that. But she likes to put people down. So she works for this magazine that writes trashy things like how to have sex in public or how to have sex at work and not get caught, things like that. And she's assigned to this sports doctor played by Bill Hader. And she hates sports. She's a sports bigot. Hey, sound familiar? I don't hate sports. I just don't know sports. You know, hey, I'm a movie guy. So she has to write this article about this sports doctor. And he's connected in the sports world like you wouldn't believe. Now, I don't know sports that much, so I really couldn't get too excited about that. But what I was excited about is Bill Hader. I am a huge Bill Hader fan from Saturday Night Live. He's a classic movie fan. He has a series last summer on Turner Classic Movies, and he was introducing kids to classic film. He's just one of my favorite characters on Saturday Night Live. I mean, I just love Bill Hader. That is, if people ask me, who do you want to have lunch with or have coffee with? Bill Hader's at the top of my list. And he surprised me because usually he plays supporting roles and they're comedic and they're character driven. Here he's playing a romantic lead. He's got to carry this whole movie with Amy Schumer, and he does a great job. Sure, I'm sure all my friends will get a big kick out of this because they know I'm a sports bigot. I grew up with a bunch of best friends who are sports fans. In fact, one of my friends owns a bar. He had a bar recently. He sold it. You know, he had it for 10 years called MVPs. So these guys know everything about sports. And in my college days, yeah, I watched a lot of football games and baseball games, and everyone I know is a sports fan but me. So I've been around sports, but I'm not a fan of it, meaning I don't know the statistics and play fantasy football and that, but I can watch the games and I can go to games and I understand everything, but I'm just not a fan. I never have been. So when LeBron James, what I guess is the greatest basketball player in the world, is acting in this movie, you think he was acting his whole life. The scenes he has with Bill Hader where they play best friends, it's just hysterical. This guy is just, if he doesn't make it in the basketball world, which I understand he has and 10 times over, and he moved to Cleveland, I guess he left Miami, and it caused a big uproar in the NBA and in the basketball world. There's jokes about that in the movie. So LeBron James really is funny. He's a natural at this. So if he's a natural at basketball and a natural in acting, this guy's got a bright future when he's retired off the basketball court. All right, be warned that Trainwreck is rated R for a reason. It is really dirty. It opens with her having sex, for crying out loud. And what she says and does is just makes you blush, but it makes you laugh out loud. And Amy Schumer is just, and she's sexy. I don't know what it is, but there's something sexy about her. I think there's something sexy about her. And the final scene in the movie is just you'll remember it forever. And we have to mention Judd Apatow, who directed Bridesmaids and has a thing for comedy and knows for comedy. And he's just really knew when he read the script, he knew that Amy was going to be the it girl, and deservingly so. So Trainwreck is going to be a comedy classic. Amy Schumer, you're here to stay, and sorry I didn't discover you earlier. All right, for more reviews and interviews, just surf on over to our website at vegasfilmcritic.com. Also, please comment, subscribe, and give me a thumbs up, and follow me on Twitter. I'm trying to think of all the things I'm supposed to say at the end of these things. I'm kind of changing it up. All right, from Las Vegas, from Sin City, I'm Jeffrey K. Howard. I'll see you next time.